Welcome back. We're talking about the utter heartbreak of having lost a unique icon of South Africa and the world, Tata Madiba. We all know how he loved children for their honest and inspirational spirit. Butlale is one such child, talented and inspirational.
When they thought it would be a bloodbath, when they thought he would come out a hateful, vengeful and angry man, he emerged with a smile so genuine and heart-penetrating. Now allow me to tell you about this great man. A great man of passion and compassion. A great man of courage and character. A great man of liberty and liberation. A man who sacrificed his own freedom so that we can be free. Allow me to tell you about this great man. Iqhawe lamaqhawe, intak emnyama ebabe mafini, uyemyema, urholihlahla, indoda yomxhosa, eyathi msuthu mzulu nawe bhulu, masibambaneni sibe munye. Allow me to tell you about this great man. A man of honesty and sincerity, a man of humility and simplicity, with generosity and readiness to serve, a born leader who united a nation that was once so divided and made it a rainbow nation. Allow me to tell you about this great man. If I could, I would. I would stand on a mountain high and shout his name. Madiba! Rolihlahla the freedom fighter. Rolihlahla the negotiator. Rolihlahla the peacemaker. A father of a rainbow nation. As I look at you, I see the true meaning of love and forgiveness, strength, tolerance and integrity, perseverance and determination. And your strength of spirit has molded a way for us, and in your footsteps we shall follow. So I say, rise, South Africa, rise, for Utata has finished the race, and he has passed the baton unto us. So let us carry the baton forward and preserve the Madiba legacy. For he has told us his discovered secret. For he has told us his discovered secret that after climbing one great hill, only one realizes that there are many more hills to come. So I say, rise, Mzansi, rise. Let us rise in one heart, one soul, and one spirit, and give a happy ending to this great man's story.
What a fitting tribute by Butlale. It's amazing to see the passion that the youth have for our wonderful departed leader. We are mourning one of South Africa's greatest losses, while also celebrating an extraordinary leader, the man who offered all South African citizens of diverse cultures and races a sense of citizenship and a sense of identity.
Well, earlier on we talked about keeping Madiba's memory alive by making a pledge to fight the bondage of poverty and all forms of discrimination. In fact, it was something that Barack Obama very fittingly paid tribute to in his magnificent speech at the memorial service at FNB earlier. But how exactly do we achieve this? So, to help us answer this question, we welcome medical doctor and social welfare worker Dr. Raj Kalapan and Reverend Jacob Freemantle to our studios. Good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Busy day today.
Yes,
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Lots to watch.
I'm sure lots of feelings in the air too. It's a very proud day for South Africa in that we've got the entire world's focus and attention on us.
Yes.
But how do we achieve the perpetuation of Madiba's legacy now that he's gone? How do we achieve making a reality the things that he's already taught us? Raj?
In order to make any change in one's life, one has to make a change of one's consciousness. Exactly what Madiba did. He went in as a fighter, as a boxer, as a leader of Mkonte Sizwe, and he came out a highly spiritualized individual. A change of his consciousness to one of fighting, to surrendering to the laws of duty, service, and so on. So all of us that want to continue this legacy has to make that same kind of change. Each one of us has a little bit of Madiba in each one of us, waiting to be born, waiting to come out. We need to find that change in consciousness first, And like all the adverts that tell us, like the AIDS one that says, it begins with you, I'd like to say it begins with me. When I'm able to change, I'm able to pass on the change to, like cascading it down to everybody else. So it begins with me. So trying to change those people outside of us will not make the difference, will not make the legacy grow. It is actually bringing that change and making others feel my positivity, making me feel the legacy of Madiba. Enjoying that kind of positive strength will ensure that the message gets sent down rather than preaching.
Reverend, just, you know, he set up such a humongous platform for us to live in a free society where we're all integrated, be able to have relationships across cultural barriers and so forth. But what is the practical reality of what he has set up for us to be able to take that forward in the years to come without him here to guide us?
Yes, the life of Madiba was an investment on its own in the generations, not only of his own, but generations that are to come. Not only for the words of his mouth, but also the practicality of the works that he has done. The kind of who he was and the way in which he was able to act in a collective kind of team, that is the team leadership, that is a way of leading in the present scenario, in the present kind of generation now, where we're seeing people imposing themselves and so on. But apart from that, something that we have to learn as new is something of a stature where we're learning an incorruptible kind of character, where when someone is given a responsibility, he acts first of all as a servant, and secondly as a way that ushers other people into the kind of leadership, and thirdly, a way of affirming others with the gifts they have to lead. That is the kind of the investment that Madiba has given us in his legacy.
Gentlemen, these are both excellent sentiments. I think a lot of people crave some practicality here. And I suppose that one of the things that comes to mind with work that I've recently been involved with the Nelson Mandela Foundation is how everybody can do one little thing for somebody else every day and make every day a Mandela Day. And it's a very simple and attainable goal for most of us. Whether it's spending a bit of time, whether it's donating your energy, some money, making an effort with somebody who you see every day that you don't ask something of. These are obviously practical ways that we can do this.
Sure, but everything in life comes with a desire to fulfill something, some great purpose. When Madiba and them did what they did, they never saw the end result like we see in South Africa today. They saw a duty, they saw a purpose, they saw a goal, they saw life's real calling, and they did it out of a purpose inside them. It is called nishkama karma, doing a particular action without worrying about the results of that action. But rightful action has rightful reaction. So all the things that we do that are wonderful in life has the beautiful karmic effects that come with it, the consequences that come with it. So right knowledge, right thinking, right action has its own power, its own potential. So each one of us needs to develop that. We can take a Mandela Day and make it, but when it doesn't come from a source deep within us, it will come, it's like fashion. It will be there for a short while and then disappear after some time. We need something that is sustainable, that is something that we can perpetuate throughout a great lifetime.
Reverend, one or two practical examples of what we can practically do day to day?
One of the practical examples is actually adopting a school. If we could have one a kind of business person or church person and so on, adopting a school and saying, I am going to identify one child that is not well, that is coming from a good background, because we have seen from the stature of Baba Nelson Mandela that it is not the background that can determine your future. It is how you are determined within you. It really begins inside you, where you are affirmed and so on. And Tata said, the children are the soul of every nation. If we can begin to see the children as an investment of the country and the investment of the future, we can see great things to happen. So my assertion is that let us adopt the schools, the children in the nearby midst of us, so that we don't have any child that is sleeping under the bridge.
Absolutely.
The child that is not educated at this time.
Thank you very much. So much, Reverend. Thank you, Doctor, for sharing those pearls of wisdom with us. After the break, we probe different ideas of how Tata Mandela's legacy could be kept alive.
Indeed. Room to Read's Chris Motupi and Alta Brown talk about how you can live Tata's ideals and values.